we're live and people can hear me and things are actually working out. Let's go. Hello everyone and welcome back to Drawing and Chatting with Lynn. How is it going? I hope it's going well for y'all. I have got to put the drawing on the screen is what I've got to do. Unfortunately, my computer's in the way, so I'm trying to move my computer without... Let me see if I have enough space for this. Okay, if you hear things breaking, it wasn't me. Totally wasn't me. Yo, how is everyone doing? Hope y'all are doing fine. It is a Monday, yet again. It's always a Monday when we get over here. All right, let me see if I can put some music on too. That might be nice. Let's do this. Well, not that. What kind of music are we listening to today? Could be anything. Any suggestions for music? I'm happy to listen to almost anything. Should we put some Mario music on again? Oh, Witch Hat Atelier. Oh, my friend Sanagi recommended that to me, actually. I've been meaning to watch that for ages, and I never got around to it. One day I will. One day. It'll happen, eventually. Wait, they made an anime? I thought it was just a manga. I could be wrong about that. Lord of the Rings? Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Hold on. LOTR. Chill music. Lord of the Rings lo-fi mixtape. Okay. Oh, it's so good. We'll keep this going in the background. Is it a little bit too loud, or is this like is this the right level? Let me know if it isn't. Music's to chill and climb volcanoes too. Like you're in Mordor, but like something in the background is just playing like sweet lo-fi. It'd be pretty funny. Yeah, honestly, this is a good mixtape. I actually went to the live screening when they did a rerun of the Lord of the Rings extended editions in theaters. I went to that recently. Was that in November? I feel like it was earlier this year, the one that I went to. It's pretty good. I mean, it's Lord of the Rings. Of course it's gonna be good. Okay, so we got some drawings in the corner of the screen and now we got them on the large screen. Okay, let's go. Was it January? That's gotta be it. Yeah, that sounds right. It's really good. Speaking of, by the way, I have heard that they are filming the live-action Zelda movie in some of the same locations that they once used for LOTR, which will be interesting.
There's always been a Baggins.
Oh, there's people talking in this one.
Under the hill.
Wait, no. Wait, no. Stop talking.
There always will be.
Only I get to talk. This is my stream. I'm skipping to Rivendell. Why is this so creepy? Is this what Rivendell music sounded like? I guess it is. No, he's still talking. God damn it. I can't believe they would do this. This is such a nice little... Is there a version of this? Okay, you know what? I'm switching out. I'm switching out. It has to happen. We have to... Okay, what is this? The Lord of the Rings Ultimate Cut. Wait, that's not a music mix. Lord of the Rings, but it's lo-fi beats, says another guy. This one's a slightly lower quality. Rip. Slightly lower quality Lord of the Rings lo-fi mixtape. Okay, I found a Super Mario Galaxy music mix plus Mario Kart World remixes. I'm putting that one on. Yeah! New Zealand is the go-to location for filming fantasy movies. Have there been other fantasy movies filmed there? Actually, I am unaware. I will admit that I kind of don't really watch movies very much. Alright, let's get to the timeline drawing. So I think last time we left off, we have gotten pretty far, actually. There's really not that much left. I'm gonna give it like maybe this much space. Max. And only one timeline's worth of it, too. Which is like not bad, actually. So here's what we've got. And then let's go extend this out and let's start accounting for the era of the wilds, which is extremely long. For literally no reason, too. Like, there was no point in making the thing 10,000 years, but they were like, oh yeah, 10,000 years. Like, alright, good to know, I guess. To be fair, that's Lord of the Rings' fault. Oh. Is it because of Lord of the Rings that everybody started filming in New Zealand? I guess I could see that. I could definitely see that. Willow 1988? Oh, okay. Xena. Oh, that's Xena Warrior Princess, right? I believe. I don't know much about those, I will admit. Whee. Okay. Nice. Peter Jackson did it all there because... Oh, wait. Peter Jackson is from New Zealand? Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I remembered that he lived there, but for some reason I thought he had moved there afterwards or something, but I guess not. Makes sense. Also, I just read the comment that says, that Juan says, some hobbit looks up in surprise, like, lo-fi beats, like the vegetable. So good. Oh, man. Okay, what happens first? Refounding of Hyrule. Again. Wait, I should put in every refounding of Hyrule. I'm not gonna do that. I should actually at least put in the founding of Hyrule. Just to clarify that that's what I mean. You know what, let's do that. We're gonna put in the founding of Hyrule. It comes after Skyward Sword and before Second Imprisoning War. We can do that. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and merge all of these, you know? Just gotta bring the world together. Make the world a better place. Okay, what is this? What is this? Does this do anything? I'm deleting it. Even the 100-year sleep is random, because I don't think they know time. I think 100-year sleep makes sense, because that one... So a lot of Zelda games do this, where it's like, it's been 100 years. How many times was Hyrule refounded? At least 3 times in my current timeline. 4 times in my current timeline. Yeah. I would say exactly the ones that Mob listed, and then again once after the decline. So like somewhere after COH Future, but before Return of Ganon. They like properly refounded Hyrule. I guess you could kind of say that Dawn is kind of refounding Hyrule. Like people live in Hyrule before, but they all kind of mass exodused. And then like Dawn is trying to bring people back. It's nice of her. Okay. Moving everything down. Wait. I think I'm gonna need all this space for the Era of the Wild. I better make this whole thing longer. There. I won't need that much space. This is just extra. Okay, here. And now I can just... If Rauru gets to claim he refounded Hyrule, then Dawn gets to refound Hyrule. I mean, I think someone before Dawn might have done it. Because Hyrule seems to kind of exist. I haven't really decided what I believe on that yet. Like, feel free to believe whatever everyone wishes. But I think either Dawn refounds it, or somebody between Dawn and Cadence of Hyrule ending. Like, someone has to refound Hyrule at some point. Right after the Great Decline, like, properly ends. And I guess that is kind of Dawn. Yeah, you know what? We can give it to Dawn. Dawn deserves everything in life. I was gonna say Dawn deserves that, and then I was like, yeah, no, Dawn deserves everything. Yeah. Yeah, okay. SS doesn't include its past in its era. I don't see why Rauru's past counts for Wild's era. Because... That's a good question. Okay, you know what? Fine, fine. Only Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom will go in the actual Era of the Wilds. What is that then? Era of Imprisonment? There's like at least 3 of those. There's no unique name. Actually, you know what I should do? I'm leaving this here. I'm gonna put the timeline in. And then we can do the rest. I have a smart idea. There we go. Yeah, so how's everyone's day been? Has anyone else, by the way, seen the Mario movie? Let's address the elephant in the music room. Who watched the freaking Mario movie? Raise your hands. Which of y'all did it? Oh, man. You haven't seen either of them? Oh, what the hell? I mean, that's pretty valid. Definitely not gonna judge anyone. The first one or the current one? Let's say both, like either or. You've seen the 1993 live action? Never mind, Nestor the Lark has one up over me. Oh man. I end before I post this timeline and everybody goes like, Sun and Sky didn't found Hyrule? Like, yes, I know. We're collapsing things, that's the whole point of the timeline. You saw it, Grilled Turtle? Hell yeah. You only saw the first animation, but you got a bit spoiled. Were there spoilers? In the Mario Galaxy movies? Eh. Heck. This whole thing is just a handwriting exercise, that's what this is. Okay, Founding of Hyrule. Now I move everything else down. You saw the first CG animation Mario Bros. Movie and liked it a lot more than you thought you would. Oh. Wait. Does CG animation Mario movie mean like the new ones or like the old ones? You mean the new ones, right? Like the Mario movie, the one that's titled Movie of Mario. Spoiled for Galaxy by one of your mutuals. Granted, they spoil warned the so you just wanted to see it. That's right. That's pretty funny. Makes sense. Oh, the one from like a couple of years ago. Okay, yeah. I liked the first one. I thought it was pretty good, actually. The second one could have been better. Could have been a little bit better. Definitely could have been significantly better. Okay, there. Let's go. We'll give Founding of Hyrule like a whole line of space. Ah. Okay, that looks right to me. Blech. Never mind. There. Yeah, I feel like the Mario movie, like the new one, it was, as I said yesterday, it was a fun movie. It was not a good movie. And I think the problem is that on paper, a lot of the things that it focuses on are actually kind of interesting ideas. Like, they're cliche, but they're good. I mean, I'm gonna spoil the Mario movie, okay? Just warning you. Mute stream for like, I don't know, 2 minutes or something? Yeah, mute stream for 2 minutes if you do not wish to hear spoilers for the Mario movie, but I'm gonna talk about it for like a little bit. So there's like two kind of overarching plot threads that go on in the Mario movie. And one of them is that Peach is actually Rosalina's sister, but like Rosalina abandoned Peach when she was like super young because she thought that she was in danger and she wanted to like protect Peach from like these bad evil forces that were coming after Rosalina. So she like yeeted Peach through a warp pipe and then she left. And then the second thread is that Bowser Jr. really cares about his dad, but he's super evil, so he actually is like a super genius and also is really rich. And he's been building up a criminal empire large enough to span multiple planets, while Bowser just friggin' does not know about any of this, I guess. And then Bowser is like kind of on a quest to be good again somewhat, but like gets corrupted again by his son. And these two things do not get enough time to actually like become plot, like proper character arcs, because the movie is so focused on just putting references into every single nook and cranny it can possibly fit. And I do not think the references are a bad thing, but like, man, I wish there had been a story written around them. Like, I would have loved to see all those references, and then also, like, a good plot. And I think on paper they kind of had that. Like, those character arcs I mentioned do work, like, they're not bad. But the problem is they're just implemented so terribly, and filled with so many, like, Marvel movie style quips, like the one-liners, I just dislike those so much. Ugh. Well, it's not even like Smash Bros. Like, they okay, well, so I mean, the one spoiler that they revealed themselves, so I guess it's kind of fine. Yeah, Star Fox is in the movie, like Fox McCloud is in the movie. He's just there. We don't question him. He's there and he genuinely has more screen time than Rosalina. The whole Bowser Mini-Me plot makes me want to watch it. I mean, it's not that good. Like, the kind of plot to that is, so like Bowser, so that's the thing, I think they didn't have enough time to like make things actually happen the right way. So instead, they just really like crushed together a bunch of scenes, and each scene is like individually optimized for how funny it is. But this does not help on the large scale. Mob goes, what? Mob, I said there would be spoilers. You have been spoiled. I don't know what for, but you have been spoiled. Yeah, I think the Bowser subplot was like interesting, but it could have been like, it would have been way more interesting if it had been written better. Oh, what do you mean? That's not a spoiler. Yeah, that's just what happens. So Rosalina's entire sequence of events is that she gets kidnapped at the beginning and then Peach has to save her. And genuinely, that is fine. Like, I am okay with that. That's kind of okay. Like, it's genuinely not a problem. The main problem is that she spends all of that time doing really cliche things like, you won't get away with this. No, my children. I knew you'd come save me, Peach. And that's basically it. Like, like, give me something interesting if you're gonna go that route. You know what I mean? I guess I have to write Refounding of Hyrule now. God damn it. Do I have to? Do I really have to? Fine, I'm giving Rauru credit. Like, if you're gonna go through the whole, like, oh no, Peach doesn't remember because she was too young, but, like, Rosalina abandoned her, like, have Rosalina show some guilt for that or something, maybe? Like, I don't know. She yeeted her baby sister through a portal, and then didn't go check on her again, despite the fact that in the beginning... So in the beginning, like, we start with Rosalina being like, in a kingdom far, far away, there was a princess named Peach, and she was really cool, and there were, like, these plumbers named, like, Mario and Luigi, and, like, they all saved the day and stuff, and she's, like, reading this little bedtime story to her Luma, like, children. And the question is, if you were spying on Peach enough to know about Mario and Luigi, why haven't you, like, gone and said hello to Peach again? Like, you clearly know exactly where she is. There's nothing stopping you. And, like, this would make sense as a character arc if she felt super guilty over, like, abandoning Peach. Like, it should have been, like, I don't know, like, she was saying, like, oh no, like, I don't deserve to be, like, with my sister again. Like, she doesn't deserve to have me, you know? Like, that sort of thing. But they have no time for that, because they're way too busy stacking references. Same thing with, like, the Bowser and Bowser Jr. arc. Like, everything just happens so fast. Like, characters switch their opinions on a dime because the movie does not have the time to actually show them changing their minds. Like, if I were to rewrite this, I think I would take, like, half the movie, and then just save it for the next movie. Like, they're gonna make more movies. They didn't have to spend all of their references on this one. They put all the references into this movie as if, like, they were not making any more Mario movies or something. Like, they genuinely reference, like, every game. Should we put Feet, Rauru, and Sonia in here? Wait, does Rauru and Sonia don't refound Hyrule, do they? I guess they kind of do, don't they? Like, they come up with the name of Hyrule. Yeah, alright, fine. We'll put a featuring in there. There we go. They're not really versus anyone either. Also, that means... would have expected Princess Daisy being kidnapped by aliens as a subplot or something. I think I'm fine with Rosalina getting kidnapped, actually. This is not an issue for me. And being captured by Bowser Jr. does make sense and kind of fits the whole theme. I just wish the dialogue was written better. Like, I think the animators were on point. The music people were on point. The individual scene writing was pretty funny. But the script writers sucked, and the plot direction sucked. Holy dang, this music goes hard though. Hell yeah, Super Mario Galaxy. I think with a Zelda movie they can't possibly get away with not having a story, right? Like, fans would crucify them. Zelda's a very story-focused thing. Mario, they don't care as much. Okay, refounding of Hyrule. What's next? I think it goes straight into Age of Imprisonment, yeah? There's really nothing that happens between the founding of Hyrule and Age of Imprisonment. Yo, Jojanary. Did I say yo to people? I forgot. Yo, Nestor. Yo, Mars. Yo, Grilled Turtle. Yo, Mob. And Marionette, I think. Did I miss anyone? Low-key afraid for the Zelda movie because the guy that wrote the first one dropped. Oh no. Was Rise of Skywalker that bad? I don't know much about it. It can't have been that bad, yeah? Yeah. Okay, refounding of Hyrule into Age of Imprisonment. It was terrible, it was bad. Oh no. Yikes. Age. Oh. That's not imprisonment. Yes, the Mario movie spoilers are over, yes. Thank you, Marionette. I forgot to say that. If I start talking about it again, remind me to yet again remind people to not listen. I can rant about the Mario movie for longer. I can do it. I have a lot of very specific complaints. In fact, I think I didn't even say my main complaint. I'll get to it eventually. Okay, so imagine Fire Emblem Fates. Alright, I'm imagining it, but they decide to break all the rules of the series. That is just Fire Emblem Fates. And then brought Grima as a boss with no... What do you mean? That sounds cool. That's just Fire Emblem Fates. That's just actually Fire Emblem Fates. Fates is a good game. I know, I'm kidding. Okay, that does sound bad, I get it. I remember... So wait, is Rise of Skywalker, is that movie 7 or is that movie 9? I've lost track. Oh, it was movie 9. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, somehow Palpatine Returns has become enough of a meme that even I know it. So fair. Yeah, even I've heard of that. Okay, Age of Imprisonment. Okay, who do we mention? Oh, I get to put freaking Calamo in here. Let's go! Okay, who do we mention in Age of Imprisonment? Yet again, it's a Hyrule Warriors game, which makes things difficult. I guess I have to go in order. Rauru. Oh, I didn't even put FT. Oops. Feet. Rauru. Sonia. Calamo and Phi's son. Only those two actually deserve it. Everybody else is out. Hey, okay, at least Flora was there. Okay, Rauru, Sonia, Minoru. I'm not even gonna include Lanalia. Should I include Lanalia? Other than, obviously, Calamo the Night Construct, Lilia doesn't really deserve a spot, right? Is she playable? Sonia's not even playable. Okay, so it's just these guys. Yeah. I don't need to include Flora in here, because Flora's icon will be next to this. Considering it's Zelda, saying Fi's son only has a 50% chance of being a joke, it's actually 100% accurate. Funnily enough, Marionette, in my comic series, I portray the Night Construct as Fi's son. It's kind of genuine. It's actually kind of canon. Like, I promise. Yeah, the Night Construct was made by Fi. In a way. He's her son, and she's sad because he dies. Freaking gets murdered. Need to put time away to get no worries. You do not have to. I would like to make it yet again clear that either knowing the Zelda series or reading the Wisdomverse comics is not required to be on the stream. Please do not. I know there are many tactical folks here. And I am happy to tactics as well. This music feels like Nintendo Chill Times. I don't know what that is. What is that? Nintendo Chill Times. Is that like something specific or just Nintendo Chill Times, you know? Yeah, the title of this is Super Mario Galaxy Music Mix plus Mario Kart World Remixes by Cozy Kiwi Tunes. There you go. Okay. Calamo. I'm not naming the sages, they're not important. It's not a name you just made, okay. Oh yeah. How could I forget Octopath? Let's go. Do not underestimate how much of an Octopath fan I am. Don't talk to me or my sword's son ever again. I mean, considering that Hylia made Fi is essentially like Sky and Sun's first kid. So that makes the Night Construct Sun's grandson. Yeah. Calamo. Night Construct. I wonder if there's people here from any other... I think it's mainly just, I've been playing Octopath, I've been writing Zelda, and I've been playing tactical RPGs, Fire Emblem, etc. We did a poll a while ago, like maybe a year ago, to see what brought the most people to this channel. And back then, like, Zelda only had like 2 people. And everybody was like, Triangle Strategy, Fire Emblem. Oh, Hades? I don't think people stick around from Hades though, right? Do they? I don't know. Is anyone here from Hades? If so, hey, welcome! I'm so glad you guys have stuck around. IDK. Like, I know what I'm known for, and it's not being good at Hades. Construct. Okay. Who's the enemy? Is it Forbidden Construct? What was the bad Construct guy? And then also Ganon, I guess. Forbidden Construct or something? Forbidden Construct. Age of Imprisonment. Yes, it is. Okay. Nice. I'm here from the Wisdomverse Zelda contingent. Yeah, I think if I redid that poll, I think I think a lot of the old tactical RPG people are actually still around. But I definitely think a new wave of Zelda folks has arrived. Good. I am glad to see you all. Just as glad as I am that the old tactical RPG folks are still around here. I do still remember a lot of when most of you people joined, actually. Especially the old folks. I think there were a few Mario people back then, actually. I could check the poll. I guess I should check the poll. Speaking of Dust, are we dustless today? Yeah, actually, for the people who haven't heard, Dust has gone ahead and fully retired from streaming, actually, so... there will be no more Dust. It is unfortunate. There will be henceforth no Dusts more. Alas, alas. The April Fool's stream was essentially my last chance to get her to stream. Okay. Yeah, I'm not putting in Linalia. So that means I just do versus Forbidden Construct and then Ganon. Why do they have such long names? Of course we know who you are. You're the streamer who sometimes shows up on Dust streams. Exactly. Exactly. Mario for you. Yeah, I remember this. Star number 5. Right as the boss got beaten and things happened. Man, Super Mario RPG was a trip. Dust streamed on April Fools. I thought you streamed with the Dust watching. So if you were wondering who was playing Hades at like freaking 16 heat or something, it was not me. Not I. Actually, I think she did, I think she did like 12 heat or something for me. Wait, did we confuse people that much? That's brilliant. Wait, I'm so glad I think we actually pranked people on April Fools. Yeah, Dust has actually done, I think, 31 Fear. Dust has done 31 Fear, or sorry, Heat, 31 Heat in Hades 1. So even like a year later, she picked up 12 Heat and like immediately crushed it. Like I cannot do that. Construct. There's no space for Ganon. Forbidden Construct is too long. Ganon's been ousted. Yo, Hackster. Things are going well. Yeah, Dust was the one actually streaming. I was watching and commenting. Is what was happening. Here from Wisdomverse on Tumblr. Ayy. Yeah, I think from a year ago, the Zelda side has vastly increased. I knew this, I'm very well aware of this. Just got the Zeldas as links print from Redbubble in the mail. Hey! Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, someone on Instagram, was it you? Somebody on Instagram asked me to put the Zeldas as links artwork on Redbubble, and I'm like, okay, sure. I don't expect too many people will get it, but if you want to, it's there. Doesn't cost me anything to put it up there. So, okay, we need a name for this Ganon, because when I did the joking list of Ganons, I called him Suavemente Ganon. You know what? Frick it. No one can stop me. No one's gonna read this whole timeline. Suave Ganon. No one can hecking stop me. Do we also put, I think Ardy is like a villain or something? I'm reading the whole timeline right now. Never. Just make it small. Get minished. Okay, I'll put it. Is that what the lyrics say? I don't understand Spanish, so I have no idea what the lyrics actually say. Have people seen the Suavemente thing? You know what? Here, we're gonna take a short break, and I'm gonna educate the people of chat who may not have seen this. Is that a part of it? I think it's always a good idea. It is always a good idea to watch. I'm not even gonna put the terminal montage one on, because I think somebody did the 3D animation. It was even more hilarious. Give me a second. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, give me a second. Give me another second. Open. Open, I dare you. Become full screen. Okay, we'll pause. Oh, we'll pause this for now. We've gotten significantly more distracted than I expected. This is fine. YouTube. Open. Get over here. Huh. It didn't work. Oh no. We may not be treated to a suavamente again today. Alas. Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. That isn't correct. What? Where is my super suit? Okay. Was not showing up though. Oh, I think I have to remove this. No. Still no. Huh. What is this? Why did I title it full screen big? What does that mean? Past me, no. Oh, full screen big means probably full screen and big. Ah, yes. Okay. Understandable. I am very smart. This is fun. Did it work? It did not work. Why? Why? Oh! Oh no, things are not good. Ah! Things are less good. Okay, you know what? This is fine. This is close enough. You just look at this. Oh, where's the hacking volume? Okay, there.
Suavemente, bésame.
Yeah! Get it, Gannon. It's so good!
¿Te gusta esto?
Oh boy.
Toma.
Yeah, so if anyone was wondering... This is lore accurate Gannon. Ganondorf with him, daddy. Did they do like a cut to Link's face? I think they genuinely should have. Hey. Lore accurate. Okay, so anyways. Here's Wonderwall. Let's get back to the action. The clones, I know. It's so good. If I was Link here, I might legitimately be more afraid than if he was totally serious. I mean, to be fair, like if you see the guy that has been prophesied to essentially ruin the world and he like killed your girlfriend's parents and he like almost kind of killed your girlfriend and he like has been leeching evil into the community for like 10,000 years, then you'd be like, you wouldn't expect him to break into dance. You know what I mean? Like, that might be a smart move because it would just throw you off. You'd be like, what? What is he doing? We rehydrated him and now he's lost his remaining brain cells, but he's really suave, so... Yeah, we'll put the music back on. There we go. Never before have I given something I didn't know I needed. Suave Ganon! He's suave. Oh man. Look, if I can call Proto Ganon, then I can call Suave Ganon. This is fine. So we're leaving Age of Imprisonment like this. Actually, I have so much space here. Hold on, why am I even making this into 2 lines? I like how I'm still operating under the assumption that I'll have 3 timelines. This is untrue. We will actually have 2 timelines later, but this is fine. The Era of the Wild is a little bit complicated. I have seen the original, yes. The original was the animation by Terminal Montage, right? I think he started this whole thing. I just really like the 3D one. I think it's funny. TOT Ganon is at least 50% aura farming. He's like 50% aura farming and 50% lurking behind dark corridors. And like, I guess that's a fine combination, but like Raru should really have been keeping an eye on him. Like Lullaby and Requiem, who both run into the same issue of knowing a guy is evil but not being able to do anything about it, they're literally 8 years old. That's why they can't do anything about it. Flora is 21. And like, so I mean, it's not Flora's fault. Like, Flora has told Rauru about this clearly. But like, Lullaby and Requiem's dad doesn't listen to her because she's 8 years old and she's seen that he's evil in her nightmares, and he's like, I can't just like freaking banish a foreign minister because your nightmares told me that he's evil. And he's kind of right about that. Like, there's really nothing he could have done there. Even if, like, so in, I think Requiem's dad was like less cooperative, and Lullaby's dad is going to be a little bit more cooperative. But like, both of them have a point. Raru's like, it's okay. Man. Did TOTK explain how Ganon got rehydrated? You find him and he's crusty, then you chase him around. Oh, that's true. No. I think maybe he's just like sucking up dark energy. I think that's what he's been doing. Now that Raru's arm is off of him, he can now freely suck up dark energy. So like when you get down there, he's just been like eating. I think that's what it is. It's TOTK, what do you think? Just to be clear, I really like TOTK. It's a brilliant game. I played Tears of the Kingdom on stream and I enjoyed it so much. I did the final battle and it was amazing. I would like everyone here to know that I rag on the game because I enjoyed it. He got a lot of Gatorade. Someone spent bits to hydrate him. Like, I just imagining Ganon turning back and going like, chat, is this real? Like he sees Zelda show up and he's like, chat, are we cooked? And then 2 people immediately hydrate me. I didn't get dehydrated. Alright, fine. Fine. I'm hydrating. Let's get this place humid. Okay. Oh, that was actually refreshing. I need to drink more water. Was that a Pokopia reference? Yes, you underestimate my meme power. If it's a meme, I know of it. What do you mean Lynn hasn't played Pokopia? Of course I have. Obviously the point of the game is to get this place humid. That's why only Kyogre's in it. Wait, sorry, did I spoil something? Shit. You heard nothing. The problem with me being completely open to spoilers for Pokopia is that I actually don't know what counts as a spoiler. How long has the game been out? It's been a while, right? Maybe like here? There. We can even move the Feet Rauru and Sonia to the same line as Refounding of Hyrule. Yeah, let's do that. Or... yeah, let's do that. It's cool you finished the story? Okay, nice. Good. It's like the first Galar gameplay. Okay, good. Actually, I'm kind of curious, why didn't they put Groudon in? It seems kind of weird. Also, it's Bulbasaur that says the line, right? Let's get this place humid. I still find it very funny. Because there's already enough land. Okay, I guess that's kind of fair. Archie maxing. We need to lower the game's score to 7.8. Not possible. Pokopia has been doing too well. Oh hey, Bowser's Star Reactor. This is one of my favorite themes. Hell yeah. Alright, I'm done jamming. No, I'm not. Okay, never mind, I'm done jamming. Alright, then Age of Imprisonment goes up a line. Alright. Now what? So chronologically, the time skip happens here, right? Yeah, I think the time skip here. I'm not adding anything between this and the time skip. I think that would be disingenuous of me. Yo, Aki Dandelion. Welcome to the infantry. Such neat writing. Yeah, I've been joking that this entire timeline is literally just a handwriting exercise for me. I can't believe this. That's nothing a bit of water won't fix. Yeah, if someone had just tossed a water bottle into the depths, then Ganon could have come back way faster. This is really just on him. Okay, I'm putting the timeline gap in here. So it was on this line, yeah. Alright, now what? So do I write down the first calamity? Is that important? Not really. Ugh, I'm still mad about the final reward for getting all the shrines in Tears of the Kingdom. I loved Tears of the Kingdom, it's a brilliant game, but I really didn't like the fact that the final reward was that one Zonai guy. I was like, what the frick? Who is this? Who are you? Oh man. I'll put the... I'm not gonna put the first one. I don't care. I'm doing I'm going straight to then Breath of the Wild past. Yeah. Which is the number X calamity. What do we call that? Just the calamity, I guess? I don't know. Some studio guitarist with a blast recording the song. It has some good music, I gotta say. This one's a remake, I'm pretty sure. The creation of the shrines. Yeah. I'd say it's not that important in the large scheme of things. Like, if I had done that, then I wouldn't need to do things like, I don't know, the creation of various other important monuments, like creation of the Pyramid of Power, for example. You know what I mean? Like, that happens somewhere around here. And the Pyramid of Power is a decently important place. The shrines are only important for one game, actually. The Pyramid of Power is important for more than that. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do that. I think, yeah, we go straight to Breath of the Wild past, but then the question is, what do I call that? Like, the Yiga Schism? Nah, I don't care enough about that. Like, I think these are all implied things. The point of this timeline is to, like, iron out the differences between what people would consider a timeline and explain important events. So I'm trying to include, like, all the information that I think would be important to somebody who, like, knows some of the games but not all of them. And I feel like a lot of people do know the Wild Era games, so all I gotta do is, like, make sure that the important information is in here, and then I think people can, like, fill in the rest. Like, everybody knows that the Yiga Schism happened at some point between these. Like, anyone who's played the game knows. And it's also not important to the story. You know what I mean? I mean, it could be. Who knows? If it is, I'll add it in. Yeah, I don't know. I could just write Breath of the Wild past. I did do that for Skyward Sword. Like, Skyward Sword past versus Demise. But I think this is an event. It's like the Calamity. Do we call it the Wild Era Calamity or something? Like... that could work as a title, I guess. And then the other thing is... oh, actually... oh, the Great Calamity? Oh yeah. You know what, sure. I'll do it. Great Decline, Great Sea, Great Calamity. But also, it's not this that comes first. Because Terrako is gonna warp to the past here and create a new timeline. Based on this one. So the first thing that happens is an offshoot here. Which leads to... it is called the Great Calamity, yeah. But I feel like there's actually like 10 Great Calamities. You know what I mean? Like they just keep happening. Okay, so Terrako goes to the past and creates this, which I'll just make longer for the sake of making it longer, but the important part is that here, yeah, and then here is the Great Calamity. The Great Calamity doesn't happen in Age of Calamity, right? Does it? It kind of does. But it's like very different. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Let's do this. So it's two different things. We need to call them something different too. The thwarted calamity. The hap calamity. You've fallen into the typical historian trap. Old writing where the author says, I will not go into detail about XYZ. Everyone knows about that. And the current historian reading the record, what the frick does that mean? Yeah, I know. I know. No, but my point is that it's more that, like, I know somebody else has written a book on this, namely Nintendo. Nintendo has written... Nintendo's timeline does cover this. The lesser calamity. Is there a word that means... like the halted calamity? Like, what I really want is thwarted, but it just doesn't sound nice. I'm gonna look up synonyms for thwarted. This is so weird. Yeah, Age of Calamity the game is what we're thinking of, but like, I need to call the calamity that happens in Age of Calamity something different to disassociate it from the calamity that happens in the backstory of Breath of the Wild, because they are two different events. It's like, it's actually very similar to what happened up here with the Fallen Imprisoning War versus the Third Imprisoning War, which are two different events that are technically actually two different timeline versions of the same event. Yeah, so I'm just thinking of an adjective that I can put before the words calamity that would explain that it's not the same thing. Synonyms for thwarted. What do we got here? 91 different ways to say thwarted. Scrabble points, 12. Good to know. The foiled calamity? Averted! That's good! I like that. I like that. I'm doing that. Okay. Hacking averted. I'm just gonna put calamity averted, actually. That kind of flows better. Oops. Oh, I should know this song. What is this? What is this? Final battle with Bowser. Oh yeah, it's the final battle music. Okay, yeah. It's a good one. Calamity averted. I guess I can't do that. I guess I have to write actually like averted calamity. It sounds different though. Yeah, like I think calamity averted means it's the same event but it was changed this time. Versus like this is actually just a different event. Okay. So now I get to go off on a tangent about the characters of the calamity. Also here, okay, let's do both at once because we need to like figure out which characters show up in this one. Oh, the music. Yeah, this is definitely a remake. I agree. Okay, so we're gonna have Great Calamity and Averted Calamity. Okay, and then this leads directly into Age of Imprisonment. Wait, that's not right. Age of Calamity. Great Calamity would be Wild Flora, the Champions, and Impa. Yep. I'm debating Pura. What do you think? I think Pura and Robbie might deserve a spot. Pura at least, maybe not Robbie. I'm biased. Averted Calamity has so many people. Yeah, somebody who's played Age of Calamity. Was there anyone that's important in there? I know Aster is the bad guy. And obviously Terako is the good guy. But like, yeah, is there anyone else that's important? That isn't just like the other main characters? Okay, so the Wild and Flora logo actually doesn't go here because this is like a different set of people in my opinion. Koga? What's Harbinger Ganon? What does that mean? Oh, is Hestu playable? Forgetting, I'm not putting in Hestu. I just don't like him. Moskosha's playable? What? Wait, I'm looking up a video of that right now. Hold it. What? Koshia. Age of Calamity. Eh. Whoa, he is! That's so cool! Oh, damn. Back in the day, I had like a really shitty time against Ganon because I didn't know how to parry. But I still beat the fight on my first try by dodging for like 10 minutes while I waited for Daruk's protection to recharge. Moskoshia, in contrast, was a much more fun fight for me. Did not know he was playable, that's really cool. Yo, Boomstickle. That sure is a name. Welcome, Raiders, welcome. Welcome, Tipsy Tales. How's it going, folks? Harbinger Ganon is a Terako from the AOC timeline who gets possessed by the malice that follows Terako. Wait, what? Oh. Koga has a change of heart during the game? Damn, I need to watch Age of Calamity. That's what I really need to do. Okay. Wait, but they call it Harbinger Ganon? And not, like, I don't know, Evil Terako? That's sad, come on. Fine, we'll put Feet Terako and then we'll put versus things. Weren't there other calamities? Yes, there were. We actually did talk about this just like a few minutes ago, where I was deciding whether or not to include like the first calamity. I'll freaking do it. I'll freaking do it just because I know people are gonna complain if I don't. Like, not you, you're fine, but I know people will. Here, I'll freaking do it. I just don't like the first calamity. I just don't think it's worth it. I am biased as frick. There we go. That's enough space. Probably one line. Yeah, I think this should be good. Okay. McDonald's ad about burgers. I mean, McDonald's doesn't need to have ads when they instead use K-pop Demon Hunters merchandise to drag people to. And like, I was considering going, so like, they almost got me. I didn't go, but like, I could have. No, I need to move it one more down. I have not watched Age of Calamity. Yeah, nope. I have also not played it. People know that I am somewhat well known for my dislike of the Hyrule Warriors style games. Not because I think they're bad or anything, it's just not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea at all. I will admit. I have, however, played every other Zelda game. Pretty much. I've played a significant number of them. I've played every mainline Zelda. I've played a few of the spin-offs, but not Hyrule Warriors. Just never struck my fancy. Oops, this doesn't go here. This goes here. Okay, good. Making sure that's on the right layer. Wonderful. Yo, Mob, thank you for the resub. Hell yeah, 14 months. I really appreciate it. The more you learned about its roster, the more interested you got. I think the problem for me is that the combat system of the Warriors games just is like very hack and slash, and to me, like not as strategic. It feels very slow, like it feels like I'm kind of grinding to get anywhere, and I dislike that, I will say. For context, I have played 3 Hopes. I played a portion of it. I did not get to finish it because I just could not. It wasn't difficult, like I was S+ ranking every battle. It was just like, I don't know, too easy. Yeah, Warrior game. This is kind of true. Warrior games are a ploy of Koei Tecmo, where they turn my favorite franchises into my least favorite game genre. Yeah, this is the thing. First Calamity. Ad break over? Yay! Wonderful. Yeah, sorry about the ad jail, folks. Welcome, Tipsy Tales. I apologize. I do not control the ads. I wish I could turn them off, but you cannot. I have tried. It is not an option. Alas, alas. AOC is even less tactical than the original Hyrule Warriors. Yeah, I will say I think 3 Hopes was the most tactical out of all of them. Hyrule Warriors does seem to be at least somewhat tactical. AOC and maybe also AOI do not seem as tactical, I will say. Do you add the battle-tested Guardian? Battle-tested Guardian? Whomst? You say battle-tested, I think Octopath. Is this another AOC character? Agile and no free food. This is America. We don't hand out free stuff around here. No, I think the Hyrule Warrior games do have a little bit of strategy. It's just that strategy takes so long to actually implement. Like, I like the strategy. I wish it went faster. I wish I could like make a mod for Hyrule Warriors and put it on my Switch and make Hyrule Warriors battles just last half as long. It's a unique playable Guardian in AOC. Okay, it's a DLC. Gotcha. Pre-roll ads are not an option? Well, pre-roll ads would have worked the same way. And the problem was that all the raiders got caught, right? Raiders will always get caught in ads if you put in pre-roll ads, but if you happen to show up at exactly the 3-minute mark, then you will also get caught, which is unfortunate. Yeah, otherwise it's considered bad practice to put in pre-roll ads. I think that's what I heard. I think the default is pre-roll ads, but pretty much everybody seems to encourage people to just like put the 3 minutes of ads. And I also make sure not to do anything important during those 3 minutes because I really don't want anyone to miss any content. I wish I could just turn it off, but they don't let you. Yeah, it's not like I'm making like money from this. I mean, you're making like a cents. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not actually making cash from that. It does not help me to get caught by ads. So please, use, I would never tell the community to use adblock because I am a good Twitch streamer who supports our Lord and Savior, Amazon. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Will indeed. Hell yeah. It's like 16 cents per ad jail. That sounds about right. I don't actually know. I don't check, I will say. I don't check, but I am sure that it is tiny and not useful. And now I drink it the water. Quite refreshing. Yes, I did. Yeah. So I haven't watched Age of Calamity. Yeah, I have not. I know vague things about it just from being in the Zelda fandom. One does not simply escape that. Okay, so people are telling me Feet Terrako here. And the Harbinger Ganon? Harbinger Ganon? Does Harbinger Ganon get created during the events of Age of Calamity though? If so, maybe I should... Can we do an AOC watch party then? Ooh, maybe. That's actually a good one. I like that. That's a good idea. Yeah, you know what? Maybe, yeah. I'm down. I think I'll never play that one. He is created during AOC. Okay. Then Terako goes here. And then Age of Calamity, Harbinger will go in there. I think that's what that happens. Adblock doesn't prevent Twitch ads. Oh, really? Damn. Hey, Discord folks. Is there still a link to our best adblock on the Discord? We put one on there earlier. For the folks who are on the Discord, and if you're not, come join us over there. But yeah, if you, there may well be. Yeah, there may well be. I mean, no, I would never, I would never encourage my beloved chat to not give money to Twitch I would never do that. Yeah, I know. I actually genuinely like... So I've heard a lot about Age of Calamity, and it really sounds cool. I kind of wish I could play it, but I probably will not be doing that. Yeah. I'd be happy to watch it. I know many things. I know many things. Okay, let's start the list of people. Are we putting the new champions in here? Because I really like those guys. I actually really like those guys. God damn it. You know what I'll do? I'll list old champions and new champions, and then I'll go through and like write out all the old and new champions in the actual game set. That's what I'll do. Take care, have fun with your timeline. Sure will. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, let's do that. So, feet. So to distinguish these two from Flora and Wild, I've been calling them Fauna and Sybil. Because it's funny. Okay. Fauna, Sybil. Who else? Terako. Terako's kind of already in here. Yeah, Teba, exactly. I really like Teba. Who's important to the plotline of Age of Calamity? I'll put in old champions. Impa. Impa, Pura. Robbie's there too, but I'm not gonna cite Robbie every time he comes up. He's just barely not important enough. Okay, old champions. Impa. The list grows. Kosha isn't plot relevant, but he is cool. That's true. I really like Maz Kosha. Wait, Robbie's important to AOC? What? No, fine. Okay, I'll put him in here. Can't forget King Rome. That's true. I actually can't forget King Rome. I do have to put him in here. We're gonna have too many people. This is too many people. For, Robbie. New champions. It's a Warriors game. Yeah, that's true. That sure is true. They just cram in as many people as they can. This is true. And I mean, they sell well, so they're doing something right. Oops. King. Rome. Bosphoramus. Something like this. I might have missed an O somewhere. I'll look that up. King Rome. What's his name? Nope, it is actually this. Let's go. I maintain my spelling bee victory. Hyrule. Koga. I'm not putting in Koga's assistant. He's not important. Okay, so you're telling me Koga's a good guy? How much of the game is he good for? Is Koga like important? Can I leave him out? Yes, he changes sides. The frick is wrong with that guy? You know what? Fine. Fine. He is important? Ugh, okay, fine. Are there any other good guys? I don't think so. Yeah. Not that I can think of. Oh yeah, Moskosha. Right. I am including Moskosha because I like him. But Lynn, why include Moskosha and not Suga? Because I don't like that guy. Why include Moskosha and not Hestu? Because I don't like that guy. Okay, I'll put in Hestu at least. I think it's only fair. If I included Kalamo, then I have to include Hestu. Okay, there we go. Versus Rome Blasphemous Hyrule. Rome Phosphorus Hyrule. Versus so Harbinger Ganon. See, that makes him sound like a Ganon though, which is not true. He's just a robot. Harbinger, right? Like, I mean, Ganon, Age of Calamity. I'm looking this up. How Ganon is Harbinger Ganon? He's just a robot possessed by Ganon, right? Calamity Ganon. Glowing parts of the mouse through the gate of time. Okay, cool. Possessing the inactive Terako. Became the Harbinger of Calamity Ganon. Yeah. He's Calamity Ganon too. Is he though? It seems like... Okay, it does actually oh, okay, so never mind. It eats Aster at the end and becomes Calamity Ganon. There are two Ganons. Wait, there aren't two Ganons, right? There's just this guy. Actually, I guess that's a good point. What happened to the original Calamity Ganon? Is he just there? Do they, like, not kill him? Oh, they merge into a Super Ganon at the end. That's kind of cool. Okay. Well, I think it's slightly different than the Blights, actually. So the Blights are all parts of original Calamity Ganon. But this is a part of the original Calamity Ganon that has jumped into a different timeline and is merging with a new Calamity Ganon. So actually, what that means is that Breath of the Wild Calamity Ganon is missing some of its power. And this guy, the Super Ganon... Can I call him Super Ganon? I'm just gonna call it Harbinger, I think. And then this guy is... I guess he's the same... Okay, I guess this is Harbinger, Aster. We're deciding how different this Ganon is. Does he deserve to be called Calamity Ganon, or shall I call him Super Ganon and just call it a day? I think it is Calamity Ganon. It's the same energy. Right, okay, so I followed this rule with True Ganon as well. This True Ganon is the same guy into different timeline splits. So same name. Same thing here. This is just Calamity Ganon. Calamity Ganon. A blood moon rises. Okay. Okay, neat. Nice, good game. Next, Great Calamity. Okay, so this one I'll actually list out. Whoa. This one I'll actually list out the champions because, you know, they're good. I guess I listed out all the Ocarina of Time sages, so I should list out all the champions. Featuring Flora. Wild. Mifa's Grace. Daruk's Protection. Urbosa's Fury. Rivali's Gale. Also, Impa was there. When was Impa not there? And you know what? I'm giving Pura a shout out. I think that's basically it. Nice. Okay, Great Calamity. This is pretty obviously versus Calamity Ganon. I guess I can put the Blights in here, but I didn't... Did I include mini-bosses in, like, any of the other games? Not really. I didn't even put Dark Link in for, like, Ocarina of Time, for example. So... fair to skip, I think. Time to go back and add all the bosses. No, actually, so what I was thinking is when I finish this, I'm gonna go back and add like layers to the timeline. So this is like the base timeline. But there are things that I haven't included that show up in a lot of games. So for example, afterwards, I really want to go back and just like put like a circle where all the Dark Links are. And there's like a lot of Dark Links. I didn't actually include very many of them. I put in basically just Shadow. Oh, hold on. There. Okay, Great Calamity. Nice. And then there's a whole last time skip. There's a whole time skip going on there. Does this mean we get to see Tingle? Oh, fine. Fine. After I'm done, one of the layers will be which games have Tingles. I'll do it. I'll hecking do it. I'll do Beetles too, actually. Wild freaking dies, yeah, pretty much. I'm not even gonna write that in here. It's implied. Because of the implication. And then the timeline happens. And everybody gets murdered. Woo! Okay. And then... there is a Breath of the Wild. Where's my heckin' diamonds? There they are. I'm gonna steal the Age of Calamity diamond. And copy it. Yay, murder! Wow! Spectacular. Alright, I'll put this in here. Breath of the Wild. This is actually extremely cheerful music to be talking about Breath of the Wild. 3D or 4D map timeline. How many dimensions can I include in here? I was gonna write Breath of Timeline. It's not right. Breath of the Wild. Featuring... Wild. Oh wait, I'm not including Wild and Flora on this one. Wait, I shouldn't include Wild and Flora on the Great Calamity either. Yeah, I shouldn't, because they're gonna be icons. I haven't been putting them in if they're icons. Yeah, okay, I gotta remove this. Hold on. This is easily fixable. Oh wait, why did I erase the... there. "5D Zelda with multiverse time travel." That's just Virtue's Last Reward. Yeah, I was playing Virtue's Last Reward like a year ago, and I got to the end of it, and I was playing it with Dust, which is to say that Dust had already finished the game, and she just like was sitting and watching as I streamed. I didn't even stream this, I played it on my own time, but like I cast it to the TV screen in our living room so that we could all watch it. And then Dust sat there being like, "So what do you think?" And I'm like, "This is Ocarina of Time, but with extra steps." I want all the champions to be on one row. I think it'd be neat. See if I can squish everything in here. Should we mention? No! Hansen is not important. Addison murders me in my sleep. This music is in that fun space where you can't tell if it's Irish or American. Isn't that like... It's Mario Kart, I'm pretty sure. So it's Japanese. I mean, I'm kidding. I know it's definitely supposed to be like Southern or something. Whee! Whee! Ah, frick. No, the Great Calamity, it takes up my lettering space. How dare. I think it's kind of funny that Rivali's name is the one that's blocking the Great Calamity. He would appreciate that. Nice. Okay, I guess we have extra space in the Great Calamity now. Oh hey! One summoned Quarantine! Let's go! Clearly that means Quarantine was present at the Great Calamity. Is there anybody else that was present at the Great Calamity that we actually care about? So Cass's mentor was never named, right? Oh, the king! What the I freaking forgot. Whoops. Yeah. I just thought of that, yeah. Yeah, I can copy his name from here. He's got a big ass name. I'll just write King Rome. He wrote out his whole name somewhere else. Koga is not 100 years old. I do not think he was at the Great Calamity. I am not believing in that. There's no freaking way. Wait! 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 Hold on! Why is Koga here? Why is Koga here? What is this? I forgot to question that. Hold on. What the frick is going on? Are you telling me Master Koga? Yeah. Are you telling me Master Koga is 112 years old? What? I mean, I guess Robbie is. But like, Robbie looks like it. I guess we don't really see Koga's face. Still. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I refuse to believe that. Anyways. King Rome. Whee. Yeah, there's no way we're fitting all that in there. He'd just be King... Ah, come back. Okay, there. Yeah. There. He's also an old fat guy, so more like 150. I mean, his workout routine must be intense. Okay, King Rome, Impa, Pura. Coming again. Okay, cool. Now we're back to Breath of the Wild, so feet. Wild is here, Flora is here, but we're not writing them. Who are the side characters? Impa, back at it again. Pura, still back at it. Is Robbie important enough this time? I might remove Robbie from... I guess it would be mean of me to include King Rome, Impa, and Pura, and then not include Robbie here. And also, I'll put Paya in the second one. Yeah, the new champions for sure. I'm gonna wait until a new row to introduce them because I want them all to be on the same row, if possible. I don't want them to be lonely. There. Oh, damn it. Okay, hold on. That's enough space for Robbie. Robbie doesn't do anything in Breath of the Wild. Does he do something in Age of Calamity? What does Robbie do in Age of Calamity that makes him actually useful? He and Pura are playable in AOC? Playable is not enough. You need him for upgrades. That's actually honestly not kind of enough. I might just remove him from all of these. I genuinely think Robbie is not important enough. Like, the question is, could you do the entire story without encountering Robbie? And the answer is yeah, probably. Or like, sorry, without using Robbie. Like, you could encounter him, but... You could technically just continue moving past him, yeah? Theoretically, you do need Robbie for the camera in Tears of the Kingdom. But like, that's not enough to make him important, I think. Wouldn't say that for AOC? Okay, he's like actually important. Alright, fair enough. I'm removing... Okay, I'll put him in the Great Calamity too, actually, because I think Pura and Robbie are the ones who get the Shrine of Resurrection working again in my little headcanon space. I think they were both needed for that. But I'm removing him from Breath of... I can't do that. That's literally his introduction. Okay, fine, he goes everywhere. God damn it. Paya. Also, I think some people were definitely aware of this, but did you know that all the Sheikah are named after fruits? Now you know. I think Blueberry is the most obvious one. He's literally Blueberry. But I think Impa is supposed to be like peach or something, and Pura is supposed to be apple, and Paya is papaya, Robbie is strawberry. Just in case you didn't know, now you know. This has been Zelda Facts with Lynn. Koga is the title that's inherited by the leaders of the Yiga clan. Still like the theory about him being Majora's dumbass cousin. What? Majora is the god. What? Are we elevating Koga significantly here? Hold on. Like, I think Majora scales higher than normal Ganon. Majora scales to, like, Demise level. It's just that Majora is like a creature of whimsy and not evil. That's like the only reason the world isn't broken. It's because Majora doesn't really care. Impa, Pura, Robbie, Paya. Okay, new champions. Is the theory that he's actually the mask? Oh. That's actually really funny. Wait, don't like all the Yiga wear similar masks? It's like if Skull Kid just started handing out like Majora lookalikes to people. That would be kind of neat, actually. I like that. Okay, in order. Sidon. The game actually does direct you towards the Zora realm first, so most people start with that. And then most people immediately head over to Yunobo. And from there, you could go to Revali. You could go to Teba, but I believe I myself found Riju instead. And then Teba. Nice. Okay. Anyone else important in Breath of the Wild? Don't really think so, actually. I think we've got everybody right. I'm not putting Koga in here. I mean, I'll put him in as a villain. He's a villain in this game, obviously. Versus Koga. I'll throw in the Blights too, why not? I have space. Majora is the literal avatar of death. The mask taps into a power that's out of mortal control, hence why it was sealed away. So there's like an old Majora's Mask manga where the creature Majora is like sort of like originally revealed, and I like that comic, and I find it an interesting interpretation where Majora is just kind of like a creature that's been like stuck alone in its like own self-created world for like millennia and millennia, and it's kind of gone insane and just kind of wants to die. And then an old hero shows up, plays the drums at it for like 3 days straight. I think Majora is extremely powerful outside of Termina as well. I actually personally think. But I think, Mob, I also think that, like, my headcanon is that the Majora's Mask in, like, Legends House and the one that Wild wears, I do not think those are, like, actually Majora. I think the spirit of Majora has been, like, killed by that point for Wild, and it's not the same thing that Legend has. Like, it's been murdered, essentially, by that point. But I think, like, OG Majora? Like, yeah, are you freaking kidding me? That guy has, like, world-ending power. I think he could literally break his own world if he wanted. I think all gods are powerful outside their domain in the Zelda franchise, but maybe not as powerful. I could see that. Blights. And then this is Calamity Ganon. Calamity Ganon. Does the old man matter? Or because he's a ghost of the king, would that be no? That's a good point. That's a good point. I'll throw in King Rome. Yeah. No, I think he counts. He definitely counts. We'll put him in here. The mask is not Majora, but something that tries to siphon its power. Oh, interesting. So in the manga, which once again is not canon, but it's something that I like, so I try to like kind of interpret some things from there. In the manga, the mask was carved out of like the carapace of Majora and sort of houses its spirit because it's made of the same material. I like that personal headcanon, but I think the fact of being carved into a mask is definitely a limitation for its power, so I agree with you. But I think it is still Majora. Like, I think it's the form of Majora that seals Majora, similarly to the Fierce Deity. Like, I think the Fierce Deity is a powerful spirit. I also headcanon that the Fierce Deity is the same as the first hero. And the form of being a mask is essentially like a price that you pay to get, like, deity power for him. And for Majora, the price is, like, being sealed away. If Legends Majora's mask is dead, when was he killed? Presumably, LoZ did something about that shit. But I haven't thought that through yet, so you can headcanon whatever you want. LoZ and a bunch of other people, some of whom I have been alluding to but will not name, because it's spoilers. But yeah, some other people that LoZ knows are definitely have some sort of a vested interest. Not really vested interest, but it would be fitting to have them fight Majora. I will not spoil anything more than that. It's not super important. Okay, Koga, Blights. I need space for Calamity Ganon. Calamity Ganon. Every time I just... I hear it in that voice. It's not even the right voice. Majora's definitely spelled powerful. Skull Kid isn't a Determina, but he isn't like dropped the moon's level of power. Yeah, I think he still scales. So for example, frick. Hold on. There we go. For example, like, let's say, Levias, right? Or like any of the other gods, like the Ocean King, the Windfish. I think creatures like that are like essentially god tier. They're the most powerful in their own realms. Like, obviously, the Windfish controls everything in the Windfish's dream, and the Ocean King controls almost everything in the Ocean King's dream. But outside the realms, they're still incredibly powerful. That's kind of how I view Majora as well. Like, Majora scales to, like, god tier. Same thing with Fierce. Fierce Deity does not have his own realm, but he scales to quite powerful. Same thing with Hylia, same thing with Demise. Although I think maybe Hylia, Demise, slightly higher tier gods. And then obviously Null and the Golden Goddesses are just on their own level. Yeah, the Windfish controls everything in the Windfish's dream except for his nightmares. And to be fair, the Ocean King controls everything in the Ocean King's dream except for his nightmares. So... Okay, nice. Breath of the Wild. Then there's like a small time skip, which is not enough for a big time skip thing. And it goes into Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I think Majora's Mask is a really interesting game, just in general. What do you guys think are like the kids in the tree at the end? For the people who have played that game? I used to think that the kids kind of looked like, or they felt like the Happy Mask Salesman. But somebody recently said, like, are they personifications of like the giants? And I'm like, oh, maybe. And then someone else is like, is it just Majora's way of talking to you? And I'm like, oh, maybe. Like, I don't know. Tears of the Kingdom. Fierce Deity, Demise, and Halia's realms technically be Hyrule. Yeah. I think they don't get a realm. Like, I think to be the owner of a realm, you have to have created it. Yeah, I think the Golden Three get the real world. Demise and Hylia did not create the real world. Whereas, for example, the Ocean King gets full mastery over the Ocean King's dream because that's his world, like he made it. Have not played Majora's Mask. Yeah, it's a really fun... I mean, we'll get to that when eventually I guess I write that bit. I think I already have written that bit, but I need to rewrite it because I had some new things to put in there that I need to go through. Yeah, I think all gods are just powerful outside their domains as well, but like some of them also happen to have a domain. I guess you don't really need to have a domain to be a god. It's like lair actions in D&D. That's what it is. Yeah, they have the boss's masks, and they also give you the Fierce Deity mask. So at the end of Majora's Mask, you go to the moon, and inside the moon there's a giant plains area, and there's one tree in the center. And as you run towards the tree, you encounter 4 children, each of which is wearing one of the masks of the bosses that you fought along the way here. And each of them asks you to trade away progressively more masks as you go forward towards the center of the tree, kind of. Not really. I guess you could just get to the tree and you talk to the kids. But but like the first one asks you for 1 mask, and then 2, and then 4, and then 8. And after the final one, once you've traded away every single mask you've gotten in the entire game, you get the Fierce Deity mask. Yeah, I was kind of like, I could see them being the giants. And maybe the giants are like what was left behind by Majora when Majora created the world or something. Like, I could see that. Because I like what the manga does with the concept of Majora being this ancient creature that has gone crazy from just wanting company. And wanted to die so badly because it was alone. Like, that's freaking dark. Yeah. Technically, the only reason the world exists is because of Null. That's kind of true, yeah. If Null didn't exist, the Golden Goddesses would have just been like, whatever. You get the Fierce Deity from Majora? Oh, do you? Ooh, good knowledge, good knowledge. I've forgotten, it's been too long. Yeah, I last played Majora's Mask, I think 15 years ago. I still remember it decently well. But obviously I'm not going to remember every detail about every single one of the 22 Zelda games I've played, plus like every other that I haven't played. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Majora gives you, and then it's like, in the manga too, actually, there was that neat scene. Okay, I don't remember this from the game, but in the manga there's this neat scene where Majora gives you the mask and goes like, let's play tag, you're it, like that kind of thing. And it's like a kind of kid's game, but like in a dark way because you're obviously like beating him to death. Yeah, it says let's play a game, right? You be the bad guy. Yeah, I remember that now. Okay, yeah. That was a fun time. Yeah, I did, by the way, Majora is one of the games, Majora's Mask is one of the games I 100% did. So I remember it decently well. Like, I remember Majora's Mask way more than I remember Ocarina of Time, because I did not 100% Ocarina of Time, but I 100% did Majora's Mask. What can I say? I really liked Majora. And like, I actually 100% did that. Like, I didn't even 95% it, I got everything in the game. I got every mask, every fairy, every upgrade and item. And then I traded all of it away and got the Fierce Deity mask at the end. Hell yeah. Okay. Who gets a mention in Tears of the Kingdom? So I think the same crew. Impa's still here. Pura's definitely still here. She's like honestly more important in this one than she was before. And then now we put in the new people. I'm not including the assistant girl. I'm not including like the Taro guy. I think like they're equivalent to like side characters. They're not like main here. Paya is kind of a main character. You think Paya is good enough to get mentioned in here? Do I include Robbie and Paya in Tears of the Kingdom? They don't really do much. Oh yeah, the zone I count. Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm putting Rauru, Sonia, Minoru. Actually, Sonia's a toss-up. She only shows up for the cutscene at the end. Does that count? Not really. Okay, Raru Minoru. Oops. Yeah, Minoru should definitely be there, of course. And then the new sages, which is basically just the same as the new champions, except Teba got replaced. And the order also changes. The Tears of the Kingdom game tries to force people to do Tulin first, and they are right. And then, despite the fact that they totally don't tell you to do Riju next, I did. And then I cleared out the entire Gerudo depths, and then I moved on to the rest of the game. Oops, Minoru got erased. By getting Yunobo. And we saved Sidon for last. Okay, who else is important in Tears of the Kingdom? Teba gets fucking shafted, yeah, true. Like, Riju is literally the queen of her people and is younger than, like, anyone else, and she's like, yeah, I'm with you. Teba's like, no, I need to watch my homeland. Like, okay, Teba, thanks. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anyone, right? Am I? Is anyone else here? Don't get why Teba got benched. It's because he's too big, actually. I'm pretty sure. If you're gonna change them, make them all new ones. No, it's just because they didn't want like 4 giant characters following you. Riju is already small, but Sidon and Yunobo are kind of large. And there's no getting rid of them. Like, there wasn't really anybody else that they could have put there. Tulin was like a convenient, flying, small creature. In my opinion, it was like a game design decision. And then they kind of like wrote the story around it. I obviously don't know this isn't like stated anywhere, but just from my reading of the game, I can see why they did it. I'm not really that mad. I think I spoke about this when I played Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I saw Tulin and I'm like, okay, I know why it's Tulin. That still makes me sad. Still don't like it, yeah. If you could fly anywhere with Teba, it would be too OP. No, even if he had the same powers. Even if he had the exact same abilities, I think it's just his sprite is too large for a flying creature. Like, a flying creature that is supposed to be following you around everywhere. Yeah, am I missing anyone? I mean, I can put Sonya in here, just to round out the set. There. Yeah, it's true. I'm kind of mad that the whistle button exists and isn't used for anything other than whistling. With Riju, I think it's actually a gameplay decision. With the rest of it, makes no sense. Teba could literally fly Link up in the sky. Wasn't the entire point that Teba had to like take an updraft or something? Because like only Rivali could fly upwards? Wait, yeah, when did that... I mean, I remember what you mean. Like, it's the scene where he and Link are going to the Divine Beast in Game 1. But yeah, how did he get that high? I thought he could like only fly downwards or something. And Rivali is special because he can like go upwards. Wait, maybe not. Maybe I'm misremembering that. I guess he does literally just fly him up there. Why is Rivali so special again? Every day, every new item just proves that Rivali is not that cool. I guess, okay, I think that's what happens. I think Teba and the rest of the Rito can take off like airplanes. Like, they can kind of go like sideways and then up into the air. But Rivali is the only Rito who can straight upwards like a helicopter. But Rivali actually gets power crept by pine cones, because in Tears of the Kingdom, if you light a pine cone on fire, it makes Rivali's gale. I think that's the difference. He just memes. It's pretty valid. Okay, Tears of the Kingdom. Nice. Versus... So Koga's still there. Yeah, Koga's still there. Koga. I'm including Shadow Zelda. We'll call her Puppet Zelda. So here's the thing, I think it would have been so cool to have like a proper Shadow Zelda for once. But instead it gets revealed that like Ganon has just been controlling this one the entire time, so meh. Phantom Zelda. Nah, I know what you mean. Yeah, technically it is like Phantom Zelda. I'm deciding whether to call her Puppet Zelda or Shadow Zelda. I think Puppet Zelda implies that it is the actual Zelda being puppeted, which is not true. So I'm gonna go for Shadow Zelda instead, even though I think the actual terminology is not that. Just to maintain consistency with the rest of the series. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't include Evil Echo Zelda. Okay, I didn't include any of the Shadow Links or... Yeah, okay, you know what? I'm not including Shadow Zelda because you're right, I didn't include any of the others. To be fair... No, actually, Echoes of Wisdom Shadow Zelda was actually pretty important to the plot. More so than this, to be honest. I think it's not fair. If I didn't include that, then I don't include this. Koga. Suave Ganon. Okay. With that, we might be done. That might be it. Have we finished? I mean, obviously I still have to put icons and stuff. That shouldn't take too long. Oh, Minoru's name is causing problems with this kingdom bit. Okay, this is fine. Quite the accomplishment, IMO. Ah, I know. Okay, so we're not done yet. We're not done yet. In the name of, in the words of Chrom from the hit video game Super Smash Bros. We're not done yet. When you use Robin's smash attack, it usually says that. Mew. Does Breath of the Wild get a Beast Ganon, or is Calamity good enough? Yeah, the Calamity Ganon is the Beast Ganon. I think it's the same guy. Okay, let's summon these two down here. Alright, where's the first? So Flora goes in Age of Imprisonment. But not Wild. And then we duplicate them. Actually, not the Wild. And then we take these two, and we scroll them downwards. Great Calamity! Yeah, they'll be here. What song is this? The Starship Travels from Super Mario Galaxy 2. Huh. I don't remember this. Okay, and then Wild. Okay, so they're both there for the Great Calamity, they're both there for Breath of the Wild, and they are both there for Tears of the Kingdom. So you can just kind of shift this whole thing downwards. Okay, and now, one last thing. We gotta color in the Wild Era and then put down the label Wild Era. Era of the Wilds. Does the Raru Era just not get a name? Yeah, frick them, they don't need a name. I guess like the Era of the Hero of Men doesn't get a name either. So meh. I'm gonna include. Here, let's make like a box. Let's make a box and put it in here. Pre-wild. The slightly wildish era. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Is this whole thing the era of the wilds, or is it only this bit? Because technically... The calamity is different. I think everybody counts, despite it being in a different timeline, everybody counts the Age of Imprisonment, or sorry, Age of Calamity game as part of the Era of the Wild. I think it still counts. So let's do this. Cool. So I could go for like a kind of light blue for this, or I could go for like a sort of middle tone green. Or like a kind of greenish yellow. Because like wild, you know? Actually, this feels correct. The feral era. Not quite wild, but almost there. Yeah, I guess Hylia and Verse don't get an era name. That's true. Blue is Wild's color, that's true. But I think blue belongs more to the hero of the sky, the hero of wind, and the hero of warriors. Like, I think Wild is the fourth person to claim blue. He's not the first. Like, there's no way I'm coloring the hero of the sky's era, not the blue. Like, it has to be sky blue. And like the air of the great sea has to be like ocean colored. Warriors is the only one that could be something different. Like, I could go orange for warriors. Fifth counting silent. No, but Wild is before Silent. He's the fourth. Silent is the fifth. Yeah, I think Wild goes here. I think Wild could be green. He's one of the few that could work with green, I think. Yeah. Like, I mean, to be fair, like Echo and Silent, neither of them are golden, but the era is golden, right? Like, we're trying to describe the era. And I think the era of the Wild deserves to be green. So I'm gonna keep it like this. And then era titles. Here, blue. Put Era of the Wilds. Gonna drop, starting to fall over in your chair. Oh no! Don't get knocked out. You could fall into 100 years of sleep. And then what would you do? Good night, good night. No worries. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this up. I'm almost done. Almost done. The most green, and they change his tunic, SMH. Oh man. I mean, he's also not the first Link to have started out with a blue tunic. Wind does that. You think it should be Era of the Wild or Era of the Wilds? Assume that implies to Age of Imprisonment. Ah, good question. So I'm actually gonna say no, maybe? Because over here in Skyward Sword, I think I made it so that the Era of the Open Sky is just the first bit. And even though Skyward Sword Past does go up here, it doesn't count as the same era, because he's like obviously traveling to a different era. Same thing with Early Downfall, where Oracle of Ages takes you back up to either Era of the Timeline Split, or in my specific headcanon, I'm gonna kind of assume that he goes back to Four Swords era. Wild no S? Yeah, I agree. Okay, I'll stick with that. Okay, speaking of, we have a little bit of time traveling to do. Just a little. How the frick am I gonna put this time travel in here? Okay, let's see. So, timeline, time travel. Okay. So there's a decent amount of time traveling going on. There is Terraco going back from Breath of the Wild, but I'm not including NPCs. It's only Links and Zeldas that I'm time traveling. So I guess we can just kind of assume that Terraco making the averted calamity is a time travel incident, so I think that's fine. And then Legend goes to the Era of the Four Sword because it's 400 years in the past. Yeah, that's my headcanon though. That's not canon. It could, I think one of the other canons that I was kind of like toying with is that it could be Four Swords, like, so it could take you like to here-ish, like 400 years in the past could be like around Fallen Imprisoning War, like not in the Fallen Imprisoning, but like after it. Like in some other time. And then another 400 years could take you to Four Swords. Start a Zelda game without some time travel. I just think it's funny. I know, right? That's why I've kept it. One of my old theories that I think is really funny. I think this one also didn't start from me. I think I definitely saw the theory of like, oh, Neru, Furor, and Din are time travelers. Like that one I think I saw somewhere and I was like, wait, that makes total sense. Like it makes sense if in Oracle of Ages he was going back to the Four Swords era. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. Gonna move some time traveling. Okay. Time travel. How and where? So from Tears of the Kingdom, Flora goes to Age of Imprisonment. How? Okay. What if I kind of draw the line on the outside? It's not really a lot of space here. NPC, but you can play as everyone in AOC, so they aren't NPC. Wait, who? Oh, you mean Terako. I guess. But they're not a Link or Zelda. I'm only drawing the time travel lines for Links and Zeldas, I think. Because otherwise I'd have to go add Impa's line to Skyward Sword. Okay, is this easy to read? NPC means non-playable characters, so they technically aren't NPCs. Yeah, that makes sense. No. I just mean I'm only doing Links and Zeldas is all. Links and Zeldas. Time travel destinations. Okay. And then we're gonna take the circle of this. Also, I think I should, to make this clearer, I should move this down a little bit. It's easy to read? Okay, good. I'm gonna move this down here, just so that this bit is a little easier to read as well. So that it doesn't look like Dot and 4 are time traveling, but they're not. They're just chilling. Copy paste. We move this circle. Noom. Noom. Oh. Noom. There. Okay. Alright, and then we need an arrow. So she does not time travel a lot. She actually only time travels once. And does not go back. Which is like Sun. Oh no, what happened to the... the arrow in Skyward Sword got it lobotomized. Oh shit. Wait, it's not even on the same layer. Oh, I think when I copied it, I just messed it up like now, 5 seconds ago. Is that what I did? No, it's right there. Okay, weird. Ad break? Oh no. It's okay, nothing important will happen here. Okay, there. We're gonna take Sun's arrow, we're gonna copy it. Imagine the Oracle spreading rumors about 4 for fun. Did you know he befriended his shadow? What? No, lies. No one could do that. Okay, there's Flora going up north. Okay, are we done? Did we do it? Is this it? There's so much space here, hold on. I wonder how I'm gonna remove all this space on the side. It's kind of a lot of space. What? Let me also just cut the bottom off of this. I think we don't need the bottom anymore. I think we're done. Yeah, there's a lot of space here. What am I gonna do with this space? I guess I could like put some doodles in here or something. That'd be kind of fun. That's what I was originally thinking, but that's just gonna delay my release of this timeline even further. What kind of other important information made by Lin? Your hourglass. Oh yeah, I should stamp this shit. Give me a second. Get stamped. Get stamped. Wait. Frick. Okay. It's just giant. New. I'm not actually gonna leave it like this, but I think it's funny, so I'll keep it here for now. This program was sponsored by Lynn. Am I missing anything actually? I think we've actually done it. I think I've included everything I could think of. Nobody else goes time traveling. It's just Flora and Terrico. Are we good? Just do the whole thing with it as a watermark. This doesn't fit here. Shit. I'd break over. Okay, good. Yeah, Nestor, we were just talking about the fact that I can't think of anything else to add. I think we might actually be done. And chat suggested that I fill in the empty space with watermarks. I'm lazy as frick. This is so cursed. This is incredibly cursed. I'm not doing this. Okay. Yeah, what? I don't know what I'll do here. I'll just leave it. I forget. I guess I should like put in a background too, right? What color? I don't know. The awkward space right below the convergence could fit future Zelda movie. Yeah, that's true. Okay, wait. I think that's funny. I'll do it. Will you still be streaming the layers you add, or is this the last of the timeline? That's a good question. It's probably not the last of the timeline. I'll add layers. I don't mind. I think what I'll probably end up doing with this is I'll release it on Tumblr first. And then I'll ask for Tumblr people to remind me of things I forgot. Which, some of you folks are here. I'm well aware. Good. Some of you folks are here and have already caught mistakes for me. I'm sure more people will catch more mistakes, and then maybe like as a separate post. Because I think it'll take me another stream to add layers. Yeah, maybe as a separate post we like go back in and add the other things. Okay. I added the Zelda movie just floating there. Okay, wait, I'm gonna move it over actually, because I don't want to imply that it's in the downfall timeline. Shit, I missed the star. Hold on. Diamonds. There. This is true, actually. So people have been asking for a while what the CDI games are gonna go in, and the answer is I don't freaking know. What will... Ah! Oh, I fricked it up. Okay, it's back. Yeah. What will probably happen is, I think CDI games might be merged into Fable. Like, from what I've seen of the CDI games, it's Fable and Legend on an acid trip. But yeah, if you look at like the main character protagonist Zelda from the Wand of Gamelin, she does very clearly fit the sort of Fable persona. She's clearly meant to be downfall timeline. They're just someone's nightmare. I could see that. Like Legend wakes up and he's like, holy shit, that dream sucked. Like even more than Koholint. I'll play CDI one day. I'll do it. I'll play it eventually, and then when I play it, I'll figure out where it goes. In an old universe, this is what Legend dreamed of instead of Go. That's such a bad... Oh, man. Like, imagine you could have had Koholint and you get this instead. Don't play it, just watch the animation. Is it that bad? Okay. You know what, do you want me to just make a little, like, fake timeline area for the CDI games? I'll do it. Faces of Evil and Wand of Gamelin, I'm aware. Yeah, I'll do it. You know what, that sounds fun. Let's do that. I'll make a little, like, timeline area. And it'll be like Fable? Question mark? Legend? Question mark? Because you're right that people are gonna ask me. People are gonna be like, what happened to the CDI games? I'm gonna be like, I have an idea. My idea is that it's Fable and Legend. Yeah, CDI games are like almost definitely Downfall. I feel like just from like looking at them, they give off all the Downfall vibes to me. What about the Zelda cartoon? Well, excuse me, princess. You guys forgot the main question. What about the Zelda Monopoly game? I've seen that video. That's just OOT. No, the Zelda Monopoly game actually has like a bunch of different lands in it. It's not just OOT. Unless you weren't talking about the Zelda Monopoly game, in which case I don't know. Okay, there. Yeah. I like how this implies that the Zelda movie and Faces of Evil are somehow connected. Just you wait, we're gonna watch the Zelda movie and it's gonna be revealed that it was secretly just Faces of Evil all along. The time break solved by Zelda Monopoly. Yeah, that's what that guy did, right? David Brian Gilbert, I think, maybe. Is Faces of Evil first or is Wand of Gamelin first? I think Faces of Evil and then Wand of Gamelin, right? Does it matter? Yeah, okay. I was right? Oh, hold on a moment. This ain't Zelda music. I guess we're going for like 5 more minutes. Wait, this is an ad. Oh no, it's not, never mind. This is just a little Blaine, it just sounds like an ad. I'm skipping to this. Oh, this brings back memories. Whoa. This is Dream Team, isn't it? Oh gosh. They were made like the Oracle games could be either first. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I'll choose Face of Evil first, I feel like that makes sense. Because then we can follow the pattern that we have going on up here. Where it goes like Legend, and then Fable Legend, and then Legend, and then Fable Legend. Just in order, over and over again. A lot of dots going on in here. A lot of ellipses. My favorite Zelda game, Zelda's Bad Acid Trip. Return for the last 5 minutes. Welcome, welcome. Did you all get a lot done? We did, actually. I think we're basically finished with the entire timeline. The live-action Zelda's Adventure. What is that? What is that? I reserve the right to throw away all content I deserve, all content I deem unworthy. Yeah, a lot of dots, but I thought these were Legend and Fable. Surprise! No, I'm kidding. It's dots all the way down, clearly. Nice. It's the last of the CDI games. It exists. And it's live action? I'm ignoring it. It's not enough. Look, I'm not putting Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land in here either, by the way, just letting y'all know. I have a certain standard. I don't know. Actually, maybe one day I'll play Wand of Gamelin and I'll be like, this is great. Like, why is anyone liking this? Who knows? For context, when I was young, I was told that Adventure of Link was a really bad game and I should never play it. I'm letting you know. And then I played it and I'm like, this is great. I don't know what people are talking about. Because I had save states. Like tons of save states. Why isn't anyone liking this? It's a Tingle game, that's why. Yeah, that's true. Here, this is the face of evil. And this one is the Wand of Gamelin. We can have different opinions from the masses. True. Just you wait until you hear my opinion of Ocarina of Time. It's not actually that uncommon anymore, actually. I think I've been slowly, maybe I've been converting people, or maybe people have been getting converted. People are starting to agree with me. Okay. Done. Let's move this bit just a little lower. There. Nice. Ironically, AOL has had a resurgence over the last 10 to 15 years. Yeah, this is true. Like, I promise you that 15 years ago, and more, like a good 20 years ago, people were like, yeah, AOL sucks, guys, don't play AOL. Nowadays, the Zelda fandom is quite up on AOL. I'm very impressed. Bit out of your depth for the stream. Ocarina of Time is the only one you played. No worries. No worries at all. Don't, no one on the stream should feel obligated to know Zelda. And also, I only do Zelda content, I guess, on drawing days, which is Mondays. Usually I play some variety games, and at this point it is Hades 2, and tactical RPGs, of which I am something of a good player. I play some challenge runs usually. We've done Deathless, Hard Mode, New Game Plus, Random Army, all sorts of fun challenge runs on various tactical RPGs like Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics, Triangle Strategy, Tactics Ogre Reborn, and currently XCOM 2, in which I am recruiting chat to go into the meat grinder for me. Become my units, fight in my army, and die gloriously in the name of battle. You too could have victory fall into your hands. Does anyone remember what the name of that like Zonai half-hero was? The one that you get the outfit of at the end of... Is he called like the Ancient Hero? But the Ancient Hero is the name for Ocarina of Time hero in Wind Waker, so it's kind of a... If anyone can remember what that guy's name is, I can put it next to First Calamity, but otherwise I think we're basically done. I think that's it. I think we did it. Woo! I'm gonna... I feel like I have to make this look pretty now. Anyone have any ideas on how to make this look prettier? That's basically all I've got. No idea, he doesn't matter enough, that's true. XCOM seems like quite a long one. Yeah, we're on the 50th XCOM stream and we're into the final battle. So yeah, it has taken exactly 50 XCOM streams to get to the final battle. But we did it, we're there. Or actually I think we're on the semi-final battle. Yeah. Would like a glorious death. You might be slightly too late, but you might also be in time because as people die, I will be replacing them even in the final battle. Yeah, I think literally next stream is going to be stream 50 and we're heading into the end game right now. Okay, this is cool. I think the only thing I have left to do is write like timeline by Lynn or something like that. I'll do that. So let's move the Wisdomverse gang down here. I gotta put some credits in here somewhere. Maybe I should put the credits at the bottom so as not to clog up the entire top thing. But I bet people are gonna have no reading comprehension and gonna be like, this isn't the canon Zelda timeline, and I'd be like, yes, it is not. That is true. Oh, good timing, Skyward Sword. I am Linda Ross on all social media. Joining on the final mission and possibly retiring sounds good too. Fair enough. Could use screenshots from the game to decorate like you did with the icon backgrounds. That's true. That's true. I actually have a set of saved icon backgrounds. Just in case. I could try importing all those in here. Yeah, maybe I'll play around with that. Instead of having like the solid color era things, maybe I could put screenshots in there. Yeah. You put Four Swords Adventures in the wrong place. This is the joke for the non-readers, yeah. Yeah, imagine that. What do you mean the second imprisoning war? There's no second imprisoning war. Get wrecked. Who the frick is Elegy? Sorry. Okay, I think all of this stuff, I promise you, if you are watching this and you don't know what the frick I'm talking about, check out the Wisdomverse. It's a little comic series that I run for some fun. It's about the Zeldas and the Zeldas meeting up over time and having fun and fighting bad guys and doing other things. There is right now there's a few mainline chapters. I think there's like what 12 mainline parts. And then there's also like a bunch of extras and a lot more cool moments happening in the extras. Kind of like Majora's Mask, I'm having a lot more fun with the extras. Okay, no, that's not true. I'm enjoying the main storyline as well, but every time like the evil little devil on my shoulder is like yes, make more extras. Make more extras, child. Do not continue the main plot line. And then the angel on my shoulder is also like, yeah, make more extras, it'll be cool. And I'm like, no, I gotta do the main plot. So yeah, I am actually working on a fun new extra. Maybe next time I'll work on that, although there are some interesting little spoilers for a character in that extra, so I'm not sure whether I want to do that or not. We'll see. We'll see what we do next time. It might be that one extra that I'm currently working on, or I'll post it by then, or I'll decide I don't want to spoil it for people and would rather have y'all experience that little small character spoiler for the first time on the Tumblrs or the Instas, which is where I am. So check that out if you want to see more Zelda content. I've got a lot of it on there. I think Insta has everything at like the highest quality. Tumblr has a convenient master post that you can use to like access everything, so you don't have to like go scrolling through the Instas. Yeah, thank you for the follow, Aki Dandelion. I appreciate it so much. I will take the hydrate. And last but not least, join the Discord if you haven't already, folks. If you type an !Discord into chat right now, you'll get a link to the Discord. You can come hang out with us over there. I tend to keep that more updated than my Twitch streaming schedule because Twitch stream schedule kind of just sucks. That's all. So yeah, check that out. And we also do tend to talk about tactics, Zelda, all sorts of fun things over there. Last but not least, yeah, there's so many things that I have locked behind the main plot. Like, there's so many things I want to reveal to people, and it's so rewarding that sometimes like 1 or 2 people will be like, oh, I noticed something, and they'll like message me something. And I've been keeping track of all the first people to notice various different things that I've been, like mysteries that I've been kind of like alluding to throughout the entire course of the thing. 2 people have solved one mystery. Like out of like the 20,000 people across various social medias that are following the Wisdomverse, 2 people have solved one of the mysteries. Only 1 person has solved another mystery. And then I think only 2 or 3 people have solved another mystery. So it's really fun just seeing people watch it and like find new cool things that I've been trying to hide. And then 1 person has come up with an idea that I didn't think of. So I was like, oh, that's good. This was a while ago. This was like a year ago. Some people I think already know that idea now, but I was like, whoa, that's so neat. I'm gonna steal that. I told them to. It was great. Anyways, good times. I'll see you all over at Mesa Full Me stream. We're gonna be raiding them. They're playing some Final Fantasy today. Have fun over there. Say hi to Mesa for me. I'll probably stop by too. Bye.